Greetings and salutations, everybody. Just checking to see if the computer hears me. Don't want to have another silent episode now, do we? Welcome to the 204th episode of Twisted Strands. My name is Jeannie, but you can call me JD. That's my name on most of my media and on Ravelry especially. So, got a few things going for you. Don't think I forgot about the cat's pajamas drawing. That's going to be next week. I'm going to give everybody about 2 weeks a chance. So go into the thread, post something about pajamas, and you'll be entered to win this lovely worsted weight yarn by Sock Bunny Studios. It's a lovely skein of beautiful teal and blue mixed yarn. So that drawing will be next week. And yeah, so I've got a magazine review, I've got works in progress, and stuff and junk. So anyway, I went to a doll meet in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and there is this wonderful yarn store there called the Knitter's Edge. I went there, of course, since I was in the area. And I bought a few things, not really distinctly yarn. I did buy a kit for a shamrock dishcloth, so I'll be working on that this coming March, of course. So see, just a little yarn, it's not that much. But anyway, I bought that kit. And I bought myself some new unscented lavishie. And they've changed their formula, unfortunately. I had to actually loosen it with a knife to get it to come out. I've used this, but I haven't used it so far that it's gross. But anyway, it's one of those lotion bars. I have mixed feelings about this new formula. It's a little bit too hard. I might be ordering some lotion bars from Lolo Bars by Barmaid. I like their stuff too. As a matter of fact, a tiny bit more, but still, it's been good for my hands. And the last thing I bought, wow, I'm finally recording and my voice sounds scratchy. Sorry. I'm not sick or anything. But anyway, this is the big purchase from the Knitter's Edge. I bought these. I've been looking at them for a while, and I've always wanted to give them a shot, and it's expensive for something that doesn't even... It's not even a blocking board or anything. It's a bit pricey. It's about $25 or $24.95. There's a cat coming my way. Let's see if I can catch her. I don't know. You know the jig is up. It's the jig up. Yeah, she's just gonna sit there now. But anyway, there's a good amount of blocking, and ow, bloody hell, I'm gonna just break my fucking nail here. Anyway, there's 8 of these 4-pronged, and yes, they're very sharp, just like any blocking needle. So there's 8 of those, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of, well, I'm going to catch this cat if it kills me. See, that's 8 prongs, so 12 of those. So we're going to get a cameo out of you. Come here. Come here, my sweet little fat muffin. Oh, the baby. Yeah. We don't like to be picked up, but we're beautiful and sweet and cute and a good cat. Oh, that's a good shot of you. That's a good shot. Was that a nip? Are we gonna nip? Yeah. Anyway, that's Cleo's. Let me see, what do you call that? Cameo. But anyway, there's 12 of the longer pieces with 8 prongs on them. They're very sharp, which is good. I'm wondering what the... Okay, they're stuck into some kind of feels like foam on the bottom, so it doesn't really matter what position you put them in. Just be neat about it, I guess. So I have not used these, clearly, as I have not finished anything. Really haven't, and yeah, been working on it. I've been knitting. Since I'm done showing you what I purchased, why don't I show you what I've been knitting? Now, as you already know, I finished the one skip sock, and I had only just finished. I started the other one. Well, I got an inch and a half, I guess, of the skip sock. And again, that's in my friend's company, A Good Day for a Cupcake. And her name is Elizabeth, and this is her cream cheese frosting, and it's the crayon box colorway. And the design, again, it's very popular. It's the Simple Skip Socks by Adrienne Koo, and I'm using size 2 US needles on that. And I did not write down what millimeter that was. Sorry. But anyway, working on it. Those socks are a great knit night and distracted knitting project, by the way. The pattern is super easy peasy to memorize. And I ditched my cardigan again. I'm sorry. I don't know who I'm apologizing to. Probably myself, because I keep fantasizing about wearing it this spring. But anyway, it'll get done. I know nobody's going to judge me for not working on it for a week. Especially since I've been working on it since September of 2014, apparently. So, anyway, this is the Kit's Christmas Cape by Kathy Bird. Now, I don't have any American Girl dolls, but two of my girl dolls are tall enough and sort of comparable in size and stature to the American Girl doll. So sometimes I want to make a pattern, and so far so good with this one. This is Kit's Christmas Cape, and I started it last year, I think. This is out of Barocco Comfort, and I'm knitting it on size 7 US or 4.5. So much easier for me when it's written on the damn millimeter needles. And yes, Barocco Comfort. And I realized that my row gauge is not comparable to the person who wrote the pattern. It's a free pattern, I think, anyway. So I'm just knitting until I get a length that I like. And since Rose, who is back there still wearing her Halloween costume, I'm a bad tall mommy. I don't change their clothes enough. Yes, some people spend time just changing their dolls and posing them. A lot of the time mine just sit there and look pretty. But I do love my dolls. Anyway, so this is the top of the cape, where the neck is. And I'm just kind of increasing every 10-ish rows and hoping for the best. She says if I follow the pattern I should have 18 centimeters long, but I don't. It's like 15 centimeters long. So I'm just working down to a decent length for my own doll. And for people who know about Asian ball jointed dolls, which is what Rose is, I'll show her to you when I'm done with the project. Don't worry about it. But anyway, I hope that wasn't too much of a mumble. I'm sorry. Too much chatter. But anyway, she is a Volks company doll, and that Volks is the first company that came out with the Asian ball jointed dolls, and I got her back in the late 2000s, and she's a beautiful doll, and she's easy to find clothing for. So, but I want to make clothing because it's more of a richer experience for me, and it's also a little bit cheaper because doll clothes cost more than my clothes. Strange but true. So do their shoes. Their shoes are more expensive most of the time than my shoes, which is pathetic but true. Anyway, so I'm hoping to finish this in a little while. All I'm doing is going for length right now, and it's almost done. And then I'm going to do the hood, and I'm probably going to crochet a closure for it, so yay! And then I'm probably going to make it into a whole Little Red Riding Hood outfit for her, because I think that's a neat idea. I like to have a theme for my dolls. So there's my two main works in progress. I'll probably be getting to the sweater again soon, but that's about it. And unfortunately, I haven't touched my spinning wheel, so I've failed in some way for my a skein a month, which sucks, but shit happens, you know? I will just work on it for March. One skein short ain't gonna kill me or make me depressed. Way more things to do that. Anyway, and I'll start this too this month. Anyway, let's see, what else? Is there anything else? Not bloody likely, so let's go on to stuff and junk. Now, I finally got to see Deadpool, and it was awesome. I loved it. Deadpool, if you don't know, is a Marvel character. He's clearly the protagonist in the movie, and he's kind of an anti-hero. And if you're a fangirl like me, you understand when I say he's sort of like Snape, but way funnier and way more rude and gross. And he swears a lot, and I like that personality that he has, and that Ryan, I think, anyway, the actor gave him, because I can relate to somebody like that. So I really did love it, and makes me want to go and read comic books about him. But the problem is, I used to collect comics when I was way younger, and unfortunately, instead of being like $1.75 or 75 cents, they're now like $4.99 each, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I looked at some graphic novels at Barnes and Noble this weekend, yesterday as a matter of fact, and I liked this one Doctor Who graphic novel. It was a hardcover, which was odd, but it was $19.99, and I'm thinking to myself, this is nuts. So, might be going to check out the young adult section of my local library and seeing if they have anything about Deadpool or Doctor Who, so I can enjoy reading about those two characters, because that's not in my budget right now. So let me know if you know of any good stories about Deadpool that I can like buy on the Kindle or some cheap other way of buying them. And the fun part is of going to the movie and seeing Deadpool, I went with Gretel, who is in my knitting group, and a friend of her and her husband went too, and we both brought knitting projects, but she actually took hers out and knit because it was garter stitch, and I was very impressed. And she even actually ended up finishing that project, so way to go, Gretel. I think she listens sometimes. I'm not sure. But anyway. Yes, Deadpool was awesome. And because I was busy today, I didn't quite get to see the chiller theater movie that was going on today. I did see a movie called Chemical Peel. That was on the 19th that it originally aired, and Chemical Peel had some really bad slow moments, but it was still interesting, and it was different. But unfortunately, it wasn't very strong women. The protagonists were all women, and it was a group of them. But I liked it because I don't want to give anything away. That's why. It was about a train crash, and the train crash caused a chemical reaction within the carriers that it had, and well, it ended up killing a lot of people in a valley. So, and there were these women that were trapped. I'm not giving you any more than what they would tell you in the jacket of the book or the Netflix blurb, so don't worry about it. But it was all women, and I thought to myself, why are they making these women so nuts and stuff? And not sure if I liked that aspect of it. Didn't exactly break any glass ceilings. But it was still, all in all, a decent movie. I would give it 3 skeins out of 5. And, of course, Deadpool's a 5. So, there we go. Oh, now I'm getting stuffy nosed. How sexy is that? Let's see, what else? Let's do the magazine review. Okay. So, like I said, I got the March issue of Simply Knitting. It should be showing up in your mailboxes or in your Barnes & Noble on that soon. And I just wanted to point out a few of the things that stood out to me. This is not all the patterns in the magazine, and it's not even all of the sections. And that's one of the reasons why I keep subscribing, even though it's so damn expensive. It's because it's got such a wide variety of patterns for you to choose from. It's got articles, it's got neat things, so it's really cool. So if you have the money, I highly recommend subscribing to Simply Knitting. And the little free gifts they give you every week aren't that bad either. So anyway, the first pretty that I wanted to show you, this is the cable jumper. I don't know if they're calling it literally spring style, but it's by Sarah Hatton, and that's a beautiful one. It's so pretty. Lots of cables, lots of cable needle use. Oh, and this is adorable. Now they show a little boy wearing this vest, but I think it'd be great for a little girl too. It's To the Rescue by Ruth Maddock. I think this is so cute. Another one that I wouldn't mind making if, well, actually I could make it for any of my friends' kids. Oh, let's see. Stupid necktie scarf. Neat letters from readers. Yada yada. Cow. Oh my god. Where's my next page holder? I spent like 10 minutes looking through this magazine. Okay, and this is a fugly thing. Now, don't get me wrong. There's room in the world for all sorts of knitting and crochet and weaving. And if you like this, go for it. But I think this is a little bit too old-fashioned. I think they say vintage style or whatever. 60s style by Linda Parkhouse. And don't shoot me, but I think this is one of the most fugly sweaters I've ever seen in Simply Knitting. It's just god awful. I can't imagine this being flattering on anybody. So maybe different colors it would work, but no, just no. No, it's just no. Anyway, personal opinions, that's all it is. And here's Alan Dart's newest pattern, and I'm so tempted to make one of these for the state fair that's coming up in August, and it's so fucking cute. It's Hattie Holstein by Alan Dart. Look at that. Tell me that's not the cutest damn thing. Oh my god, I want to make this so much. But you know me, I love Alan Dart's patterns. That's another reason that I subscribe to this magazine after all these years. All these price increases. Not that it's gone up that much. There is an article about cast-ons, but it's only the ones you probably have tried already. Nothing about provisional, nothing about Jenny's surprisingly stretchy cast-on. Nothing special. So that if you see that and you're like, don't. It's not worth it. You can learn more on the internet. Trust me. And this is another reason I love this magazine. Like I said, variety. Now, I don't know any man that would wear a turtleneck sweater, but this is a very nice looking knit for a guy. If you've got a man who likes pullover sweaters. I know in some cold areas it would probably be absolutely perfect. Oh, and this one's a little bit nuts. It's Tea Cozy Folks Big Cat Cozy. Oh god. It's a little bit out there. Isn't that crazy? It's kind of fun though. But I would never in a million years make or use something like this. It's a little bit out there. It's cute. It looks like someone saw the costumes in the Broadway showing of Lion King and said, hey, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put it on top of my own teapot. Yes, sirree. Oh, and here's something. I belong to the Knit and Chat group on Facebook, and there's this gentleman there, and his name is Sam Barsky. He's freaking awesome. He knits these amazing sweaters, and they all depict something. His color work is outstanding, and I always enjoy his posts on Facebook. And they did an article about him. Isn't that awesome? It's so nice to see people that I can interact with on the internet in the news, so to speak. So anyway, there he is. Look at that awesome sea life sweater, and he's in a fucking aquarium. Isn't that epic? I think it's epic. We should all be so creative. And of course, one of you is thinking, Jeannie, you're wrong. That sweater, that the plaid and shit and the huge pockets out front is awesome, and that dude is unusual. And I'll say, okay. But anyway, it also came with, Jesus, I forgot what the, yes, it came with a sock pattern, and, since I don't know where the needles are right now, it came with needles. So that was pretty cool too. I always welcome the needles because they send occasionally, because I can give them away, I can use them. Either way, it's awesome. So that's the review for this week. I got an issue of Piecework, which I'm still reading through, so I will be reviewing that next week. Don't forget the drawing for the beautiful Cat's Pajamas yarn is going to happen next week. There's still plenty of time for you to post in my thread. I'm starting to come down with the hiccups. Can you believe that? Fine, all during this time. Oh my god, how long is this? It's a little long, isn't it? I'm sure you don't mind. You can forgive me, right? Anyway, and don't forget, me and Bridget are going to be coming up to the Connecticut Sheep and Wool show, but we're only going to be there afternoon. So, if you don't see us there in the morning, don't worry about it. We'll be there. And that's it for now. Hopefully I'll have a finished object of some sort for you next week. Feel kind of silly with not having one every week, but you understand. I'm not a quick knitter, so there's that. Or a crocheter even. So I'm going to end this podcast for now, and I will see you next week. Well, you'll see me next week. And that's it. Let me leave you with my favorite parting note. Whatever you're doing crafts, from the simplest to the most sublime, you are making the world a more beautiful place, and for that, I thank you. Have a good week, everybody. Bye-bye.